paper 2 notification towards the early March this year. So the 2022 JEE paper 2 exams have already been declared for B.Arch. However, one of the most easiest or relatively an easy gettable exam which you can write to get into B.Arch is Nata. But we are still waiting for the Nata's notification to come up for this particular year. Having said that, we thought that even before Nata could actually come up with their notification, we could elaborate on what exactly are the differences between Nata and JEE paper 2. We want you to go through this particular video to get an idea about the difference between JEE and Nata, both of which are exams that are written to get into the 5-year B.Arch course. JEE paper 2A specifically, and Nata, which is conducted by Council of Architecture. What we want you to do is go through this particular video, get the details, and understand which one is better or which one should be good for you so that you can take a good or right career choices. We want to make your decision making easier. So let's start. Hello everyone, this is Suraj and you're with THiNC Institute of Design. Let me just share the slides. Host, am I audible and is the slides visible?
Yes, sir, you're audible and the slide is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So to start off with, the fundamental difference between if there are any questions that you want to ask, please do let me know in the live chat box. Okay. So the fundamental difference between Nata and JEE paper 2 is in the way it is being conducted. The conducting authorities in itself are different. Nata is conducted by Council of Architecture. Council of Architecture is the same body that is actually responsible for giving you, let's say after 5 years, you complete your B.Arch and you need to practice. So there will be a registration sort of thing that you have to get for architects, practicing architects. So it's the same body, the overarching body of architecture in India, that is Council of Architecture. And JEE paper 2 is conducted by NTA. Last year, we are comparing, because the Nata 2022 notifications have not yet come, we are comparing JEE paper 2 2022 notification with the previous year Nata. Okay, so last year there were 3 Nata exams that were conducted, but every aspirant could write a maximum of 2 of them only, maximum of 2 of them. However, JEE paper 2, this time they've said that there will be 2 times. Every student can attempt the exam for 2 times. Nata is solely based on the last time it was completely on English. NTA, going by the National Education Policy document, which was released a few years ago, they've included a lot of languages. So there are certain states in which you can get certain languages. So we have done a previous video. You can go through that and you can understand which are the centers wherein you get certain languages, certain Indian languages. Okay. Now, when we're talking about the differences, one of the most important differences is that Nata doesn't have a centralized counseling authority, at least till the last year. Okay. Basically, every state has its own counseling body. And they are the ones who take in this Nata score, or probably your Nata score and your 12th standard score, combine both of that together, prepare a rank list, and do admissions for the corresponding architecture colleges. But in case of JEE paper 2, it's not like that. There is a centralized body that would be doing the counseling part. So institutions like NIT Calicut, SPAs, the prestigious SPAs like New Delhi and all, will be included in that. It will be conducted by JOSA. However, also note that you can also enter other colleges, like let's say, for example, the JMI, Jamia Millia Islamia's Faculty of Architecture, wherein it's quite reputed of a department. So for that, you need to separately apply. So there are certain colleges which you can apply with the JEE score. There are also certain colleges for which there is centralized counseling conducted by JOSA. Okay, this is one of the fundamental differences between both of them. In case of Nata, you will have to apply separately to each and every state that you belong to. There are also very good private universities like CET, Ahmedabad. Now, basically, when we're talking about age limit, both of them doesn't have any age limit. Nata says that you should complete your 12th standard with physics, chemistry, maths, or a 10+3 with mathematics. And again, for JEE paper 2 also, there is no age limit, and everyone who has passed 12th standard or an equivalent in the year 2020 or after that, everyone can apply. So everyone who has applied before that, everyone who has completed the 12th standard before 2020, that is 2019, 2018, they won't be eligible to write the JEE paper 2. We have our Nata and JEE paper 2 crash batches that are starting from 14th of March. Anyone who is interested or wants to join can contact us at 8086 111 216. I would also request the host to please share the number in the live chat box. Now, when we are talking about these two exams, it's important to prepare for around 2 to 3 months and also do a lot of mock papers for both of them. Mock papers give you an idea of what exactly were the things that were asked in the previous year. It also gets you an idea of where exactly you are standing and how much you will have to travel or how much you will have to travel to improve. The journey that you have to travel will be very well shown. Regarding the centers, obviously JEE being an exam that's conducted by National Testing Authority, it's conducted with more than 500 centers. They've widened the horizon of centers outside India also. Around 13 centers have come up this year. Nata was conducted only in 6 centers outside India. Please note, this is a point that we had already highlighted in the previous videos. When you're applying for JEE paper 2, please note there won't be any correction window that would be available. So please ensure that you are filling all these details to the bestest of your knowledge. Now, when we are talking about the exams, let's compare how exactly 2021 NATA was conducted and how this year they're going to conduct. For everyone who is watching, if there are any questions, please do ask in the live chat box. Now, NATA is basically a 3-hour exam for 200 marks. There were 125 questions which was asked. One good thing is that there was no negative marks. So you can go full throttle on all the questions. There were 1 mark, 2 mark, and 3 mark questions. On the contrary, JEE paper 2 is quite different. 3 hours, but it does have the drawing part. Physical drawing part is what I'm talking about. In case of NATA, there was no physical drawing part, but JEE paper 2 has physical drawing part. 82 questions in total out of 400 marks. So that is double the marks of NATA with negative marks. So a positive 4 if you're getting a right answer in the MCQs, negative 1 if you're getting the wrong answer. Even in numerical answer type questions, wherein you have to enter the values, numerical integers as the answers, there also from this year onwards, they would be having negative marks. Question paper in NATA consists of MCQs, MSQs, PCQs, NATs. Okay, I have a question from KF Siddiqui. Sir, I got 64.4% in class 12. So what is good marks in NATA for me to get into a good college? See, KF Siddiqui, if you are talking about colleges which take both the 12th standard and your NATA score, it varies from state to state. But let's say in case of, if you're talking about Telangana or Kerala and all, you definitely need to have at least about 90%. That would be a good score. 90-95% would be a good score. Having said that, there are institutions which does not consider you 12 marks also for NATA. So you can also try those colleges also. Okay. I hope I've answered that query, Kev. If there are any more questions, please keep posting. You can also try JEE paper 2, Kev. So that could also be a good bet. Okay. Now, coming back to the types of questions in NATA, MCQs is something that most of you must be familiar with, right? Numerical answer type, multiple choice questions, sorry. That is something that most of you would be familiar with. You would have tried a lot of that in your schools. Multiple select type is wherein there would be 4 options that would be given, or probably 5 options that would be given. There will be multiple correct answers. There could be 2 correct answers. There could be 3 correct answers. So you need to pick the correct number of multiple answers that are correct. Preferential choice type is wherein different answers, different options, selecting different options would fetch you different marks. So basically your decision-making capability or thinking on the spot, things like this could be considered. What about more than 95%, asks Fatima Nihala. That is a good score. That is quite a very good score when we are talking about NATA. Please note, having said that, in JEE paper 2, when you're talking about the centralized counseling, they do not consider your 12th standard marks. It is of no importance for JEE paper 2. I was only talking about NATA. And this varies from state to state. How much percentage they are taking of your 12th standard, that varies from state to state. For example, most of the states in the previous year, when we are talking about 2021, most of the states considered 50% of the NATA score, 50% of your 12th standard score, combined both of that together, made a score out of 100. Everybody's score was made into a score out of 100 and ranked them one by one. That is how most of the colleges do it. Okay, I hope I have answered that query, Fatima Nihala. So coming back to the NATA's type of questions, we talked about multiple choice type. We talked about multiple select type. We talked about preferential answer type, numerical answer type. Numerical answer types are the ones wherein you have to enter a particular value or probably even enter a particular word, which could be the correct answer. It could even be, we could call it a sort of fill in the blanks also. So there could be English words that you might have to fill in. There could be numerical figures 8, 17, 23.4, values like that you will have to enter using the keyboard or the virtual keyboard. Okay. And lastly, they came up with match the following. Match the following also in NATA, you had to enter it. So they gave 4 options, A, B, C, D, and there were four options on the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to type A corresponds to 2, B corresponds to 4, C corresponds to 1, that way. Okay. I hope that is clear. I hope before Neeraj Kumar asks for SPA, how much percentile will be required for SC category student? Okay. Neeraj, basically this varies from year to year. It also depends a lot on where exactly are the other students falling into. Okay. And if you want the exact number with respect to the last year, if you want to know which was the last rank that was admitted, which was the last percentile that was admitted in the previous year, you can contact us personally at 8086 111 216. We will let you know the details. I would request the host to please share that number. Okay. So I think NATA's question paper pattern is clear, has been well explained. One important thing that is to be noted in NATA is that last year they had a qualifying marks. So out of 200, you get certain marks, 70. If you get 70 or above, then only you will be considered qualified. So Council of Architecture technically says if you want to study architecture in institutions other than NITs and all, you have to qualify NATA. So that is very, very important. Just because of not writing NATA, a lot of students miss out on this. We're not sure how they're going to come up with this year. But personally, if you ask me, with the kind of interaction that I've had over the years with students, I would always say, write both the exams. Right? JEE, if I were in your spot, I would write JEE paper 2A. I would also write NATA. As many attempts that I can, I will write it. JEE paper 2, I can write 2 times. I'll write it 2 times because you never know in which attempt very high ranking students would come up. So in one attempt, I might be like lucky. Okay. Having said that, competitive exams are not just cup of luck. It also needs good amount of practice, consistent practice. Okay, let's talk about JEE paper 2. So basically an exam which has physical drawing. You need to draw in an A4 sheet, pen, paper mode. You have to draw it. You have to study that. You have to build up your skill. More than studying, it's basically building up a skill, right? However, there is no qualifying score. They won't say that if you score more than this much, unlike in NATA, if you score more than this much, you are qualified. There's nothing like that. It's a big misconception. In JEE paper 2, there's nothing like that. Also in JEE paper 2, in the centralized counseling, you do not have to have your 12th standard marks. That also doesn't have any importance. Let me just take a question. Rao, how to prepare for drawing section in NATA or JEE paper 2? See, that's what I was saying. In NATA, in the previous year, they did not have drawing section. We don't know whether they would be coming up in this year. In JEE, they did have. See, basically, you need to work consistently over a period of time. There are some videos which we had published. You can go and check the playlist in JEE preparation videos. Now, moreover, most importantly, it's very pertinent to do certain questions every day. So keep practicing every day and get feedback from the faculty or get feedback from probably your friends so that you can improve upon. Get a timer, try to stick to that time limit and things like that. Okay. Now, when I was talking about JEE paper 2, as I said, there is no qualifying marks. So everybody is qualified. Okay, that's a positive note. Everybody is qualified. Everybody will be included in the rank list. Okay. So the type of questions that we can see is mainly 3. Multiple choice questions, wherein multiple choices would be given. You have to select the right answer. Next is numerical answer type questions. You have to answer numerical values, numerical integers. From this time onwards, they've started putting integers. Okay. So that could be answered. And third is drawing part. wherein you have to draw and express whatever you want to answer. Okay. Any further questions for anyone who is watching? Please do ask. Okay. Now we have separate sessions for Nata JEE paper 2, also combined sessions that are coming up. We have separate drawing sessions, we have assignment sessions wherein faculty would be evaluating the assignments and giving feedback. Everyday tasks would be given. So if you want to join our sessions, you can contact us. The number has already been pinned, 8086 111 216. Okay. And if you are somebody who is looking into, preparing for architecture, it is high time. It's high time that you start preparing for this. You start preparing for both architecture and, for both Nata and JEE paper 2. I think I've answered most of the queries. If there is anything pending, please let me know. Please do not hesitate. Please let me know in the chat box. Okay. So that is it. Both the exams are important. Both of them can take you to really good colleges. As I said in the first case, there are some really good colleges that you can all join into. CEPT University is there, College of Engineering, Trivandrum, TKM College, JJ College, the very prestigious, very famous architects who have come out from there, from the JJ College, starting from architect, the legendary architect, P.V. Doshi, PMS School of Architecture. There are lots of colleges there. You have to separately apply. Will there be options? Dia asks, will there be options to select answers in the numerical questions? No, Dia, there won't be. Usually in the numerical answers, in the numerical type of questions, what happens is they'll give you a question and there'll be a blank space or a line that would be left or a box that would be left. You have to click on that, enter the numerical values. That is it. Okay, so there won't be any options to select the answers. That would be there in multiple choice questions. That would be there in multiple select questions. Okay. Any other questions? I hope Dia, I have answered your question correctly. Any more questions? Please do let me know in the chat box. Dia, Rao, Neeraj Kumar, Fatima, Kaif, Siddiqui. Okay. Both of them can, as I was saying, both of the exams can take you to really good colleges. JEE paper 2, obviously the SPAs, the NITs and all really good colleges. Other than that, also JEE score is quite valid. It's considered in a lot of universities. So like JMI, Jamia Millia Islamia. So you can definitely go and apply to all those colleges also. Along with that, there is centralized counseling. So you can go and apply to JOSA also. Okay. So these were the briefings about the JEE paper 2 and Nata difference. Okay. Any further doubts? You can also post it here or you can post it after the live. We would love to answer. We would love to respond. Okay. Our batches is starting from the 14th of March. There is Nata batch, there is JEE paper 2 batch, there's combined batch. So whatever are your options, whichever are the ones that you are focusing on, which is actually more important, based on that, you can contact us and we would definitely let you know. Whatever it is, okay, Rao asks Nata's registration date. See, Rao, that's what I was saying earlier. Nata's registration date has not yet come. We are expecting it anytime. Usually it comes in the month of March. Okay, Nata has not yet come up with their registrations, but JEE has come up with it. Now, there are students who get confused. Like there were some of the questions here wherein students were asking for SPA, how much percentile should I get in 12th? For getting a good college via JEE paper 2, how much percentage should I get in 12th? It doesn't matter. Your 12th score doesn't matter. So we're just clearing the air. We're just making it clear on what are the criteria that each of these exams use, so that with these data, you can decide it for yourselves. Okay, many a time students miss out on this information and they forget to apply. So I've seen plenty of cases in the last 3 years where students did not apply to NETA. You have a lot of colleges, you have lots of seats there. There is good chance, there is good scope of getting into NAT and all. So please do apply to both the exams is what I would say personally. It's completely up to you. It's your decision. Okay. So any more questions, queries and all, please let us know below this video. We would be happy to let you know. Or if you are comfortable, please do WhatsApp us or call us at 8086 111 216. The number has already been pinged. Okay. And we can prepare together. So that would be it from this particular live. We hope you have a good weekend and everyone stay healthy, safe and prepare very well. That would be it from THiNC Institute of Design. Until we see you in the next session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, host.